Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. On the line with us right now.
A very big deal.
Yeah, a comedy legend. He's going to be at the Funny Bone. Get your tickets. Our buddy Amy LaCours is opening for George.
We love Amy, and we love this gentleman. You actually got to meet him a very long time ago.
In Vegas.
You don't remember, in Vegas.
Yeah.
And we are very lucky to have him stopping in Orlando, Florida at the Funny Bone. Tom, who we got on the line, buddy?
Comedian George Wallace is on the line. How you doing, George?
I feel good all over. I can't be that big. You got my number.
You're right. No, but you know what, George?
Talk about his voicemail.
George, you're the type of guy that has probably always done business this way. And I'm surprised, like other big comedians that do this as well. You don't have to go through the publicist. They're like, just call me. Like old school. You're a hard worker.
It's real.
Yeah, you're real.
That's
George.
right. Just call me. I'm one of you. I'm one of us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, George, how long have you been doing comedy now? I'm just gonna throw it out there. How
Longer
long?
than you've been alive. I've been doing comedy for 49 years, and I still can't get it right, but I'm still working on it.
George, you're not gonna believe this. I am 49 years of age.
Oh my God! Yeah, 1976. Jerry Seinfeld and George Wallace started together. We're still best friends for 49 years, and we're trying to get it right.
Yeah, you were
That is amazing, George.
George, you were the best man at Jerry Seinfeld's wedding, correct?
I'm the real George. I'm his roommate for 13 years. I'm the best man in his wedding, and you're not gonna believe this, but I'm the father of his kids also.
I believe that. I actually believe that.
So, George, I'm curious. Like, you've been doing it for so long. What have you personally seen change the most in stand-up comedy?
Absolutely, the most is going to be social media, okay? But funny is still funny no matter how you do it. But
yeah.
The new kids today, they really got it made, and I applaud them because we had to go through TV. And when I grew up, we only had 3 stations, CBS, ABC, and NBC. We had the Tonight Show. But the new comedians, they don't have to have a TV show. They can make their own TV show in the house, in their own room, in their underwear, or naked.
Yeah. I mean, do you think, though, in some ways, though, that, there are some people that say, okay, everybody has it. It's all out there, and you could do it if you want to. Then where are these magical people doing it? Are they doing it the same way? Or are they not learning the grind that you had to learn because...
The adversity.
Yeah, thank you.
It does not matter. It's, the new way, I don't know how to do it, but it's the way up today.
Gotcha.
And they are making it happen. There's some kids out there that... never seen a TV, and they put asses in the seats.
Yeah.
And that's all people are concerned about. They got a following. I applaud that. I do it the hard way. I go out and work, and I'm from the advertising world. Put your business in the street, but that's how I do it. Any way you can do it, get it done. Just as long as you love comedy and love to do it, and be true to yourself, and people love you. That's all you got to do is make people laugh, and they come to see you.
So, George, like the life of a stand-up, to me, people never think about the travel element of it. And, most people, George, and you know this, like they travel, 2 times a year at most?
Maybe.
And maybe fly 1 time a year and or a couple times, and that's it. And then the life of a stand-up, you are just on the road, traveling, living in hotels.
And you know what? I'm one of those freaks that I love hotels. If I'm at home for like 3 or 4 days, it's time for me to go. I'm on the airplane. Yeah, I'm on the airplane for at least 4 times a week. And a lady explained it to me one time. People say, you should stay at home. There's no money at my house.
Yeah, right. And it's, and you, George, I'm sure you're wired that you, you've got an internal grind in you. You got to get up and keep moving. And, being in your house would probably,
drive you crazy.
Drive you crazy. What did you do during COVID when you couldn't work?
I stayed in my house for 2.5 years. But you know what? I did the Zooming, and I called guys like you guys, and I still got it done. And we had COVID shows, and I think it's, in some way, I'm still laughing. I had to get that. It did screw me up, though, COVID. I lost, 5 friends, so that screwed me up. And
man.
They didn't have COVID. They just owed me money. And,
yes! He got me. He got me bigger now.
So we got to make people laugh no matter what. I had a good time. I did TV shows. I did everything I needed to do, from Jimmy Kimmel to everything, and it worked out for me. And and I'm still doing it.
Well, you haven't slowed down. Like, you still act, you still do shows, you still do movies, you still do comedy, obviously. What's your favorite to do? Is it always comedy?
Always live, always in front of people, a personal appearance in front of the audience. You know, I have a new TV show out there right now called Clean Slate. With, instead of Sanford and Son, it's Sanford and Daughter. I love doing that, but nothing is better than coming to a live stage like the Funny Bone in Orlando. And you know what? I haven't been to Orlando in 12 years. So I got some new customers, clients, fans that need to come out and see what joy. I'm a real comedian, and that's what I call myself, a real comedian.
I agree.
One of the kings, one of the goats, and I just like having fun. And I have older people, younger people, everybody coming out. But I really need to introduce myself to this new younger market. And it's working out, and we're having lots of fun.
Well, I will tell you that the comedians in Orlando, Amy, other people that we know, certainly were really happy that you've decided
Now, I put Amy on because I just feel so sorry for her. She was trying to do comedy the other night. She was so bad. I said, let me put this lady on my stage. If I talk about you bad, that means I like you. You know?
I love that you do something that I do, and let me ask you personally if you ever turn it off. It seems like you're always having fun, and you are always joking. Now, when you're supposed to joke, do you turn it off sometimes? Because I don't, and sometimes I get in trouble with the wife sometimes.
I don't know how to turn it off because it's in me, it's a part of me, and first of all, it's me. You know, if I go to a funeral, you're gonna laugh. Laugh is healing for the soul. You know, and when you stop laughing, you stop living. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, man.
So that's one thing I have 4 L's in my life. I have learning, listening, loving, laughing, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Lying, but I love to lie. I love to make up stuff. I got the best job in the world. And that's what we're going to do. As soon as I get to Atlanta, we're going to be talking about everything on I-Drive, I-Boulevard, whatever it is. I'm going to be there. So it's going to be
Again, he's going to be in the Funny Bone. You're going to want to get your tickets because, again, the tickets are going to go really fast.
Go to the second show. Go to the second show because that's when I come out naked, and I'm guaranteed laughs when I walk out. Guaranteed.
George, now you mentioned you don't do social media.
I do social media, but I'm not as good at it. You know,
Gotcha.
I have like almost 1 million people on X, and
Wow.
I did some what do you call it? I can't even call it TikTok and some Instagram, but I don't do it as well as I should.
Do you feel like because I feel like you're an in-person person, and the fact that you want to interact with humans in person.
It's an energy exchange.
Yeah, and like of why you've been performing for so long, you exchange energy with a crowd. It's like instant, and I feel like the comments on social media is probably empty to you, right?
In some ways, like I'm talking to you guys on the phone right now, but you know what would make me much happier if I was sitting there with you guys? Oh my God, that would be great.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
So I can really see how bad you guys look in person.
George, I look real bad. George, I'm real bad.
You look real bad.
Yeah, I'm growing my beard and my hair out. At a 49-year-old man, I'm growing my hair and my beard out. I look like a homeless.
Same here.
It looks bad. It looks real bad, George.
Same here. And I have to always alert people that when I come now in Las Vegas, people, it costs $250 to see me in Las Vegas. I want the people to know in Orlando, when you come see me, it's going to be $35, $45. And that's the kind of jokes you're going to get, okay? I want you to know right off the bat, you're not getting my best stuff for $250. Okay?
George, weren't you going to run for the mayor of Las Vegas at one point back in 2006?
No, that's just lying. People, I wish I was mayor. I wish I was president. All kinds of stupid stuff I do, and people think I'm serious. I just make up stuff. It's the greatest job in the world.
Another one of his lies.
That was under Wikipedia.
Yeah, they're trying to make jokes. It's really cool. Right now, I'm working on a joke. The word worser. There's bigger, better, thicker, longer, harder, whatever. But there's no such thing as worser. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you worse off today? No, how you say it? Help me with the joke.
I'm worse off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more worse. I'm more worse off. So if you use the word long enough, you'll find ways that where you can use worse. And we're going to make that popular.
I love that this energy that you have. You sound exactly like when we interviewed you years ago when Tom met you in Las Vegas.
Yeah, like 20 years ago.
It's literally like you don't age. There's got to be some secret to that, though. I mean, like, do you take care of yourself? Do you take care of your health? Is that serious to you?
Hell no, I'm waiting for New Year's Eve. You know, everybody has a New Year's resolution to lose weight. My New Year's resolution is going to be to gain weight. I'm going to Haagen-Dazs ice cream. I got a problem with Haagen-Dazs and Ben & Jerry's. You know what? And, you ever get a pint of ice cream and you eat it on the way back to the freezer. You eat another half, and you get to the freezer. You go, I can't put this back in there. You know, so you just
I just
eat
eat
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just eat it.
I do that.
Oh, another thing I've been talking about that's very interesting about Baskin-Robbins. We talk about ice cream, 31 flavors.
Yeah.
I used to do a joke like all our lives, 31 flavors, no Prockers whatsoever. I just found out what the 31 represents.
What's
Do
that?
you know?
No.
When they started the ice cream, they wanted a flavor for every day of the month.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
That's a
You're
good.
listen, isn't that good to know? Let me tell you another thing. When you see the B on Baskin-Robbins, the back of the B is a 3, and the front of the R is a 1. That's 31.
BR and it's
the word,
3-1. Yeah, he's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
I did not
You know
know.
a lot about ice cream.
I,
You're an ice cream man.
I do love ice cream. I only eat a pint a week or something like that. Have you ever had Chunky Monkey?
Oh, I love Chunky Monkey.
Oh, my God, Chunky Monkey is my favorite one. At my funeral, I want everybody to have a pint of Haagen-Dazs, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The-
Ben & Jerry's,
a pint-
Chunky Monkey,
Ben & Jerry's,
31.
Chunky, yeah. Sit there with a spoon. And when you go to funerals, why can't we eat at the funeral? Why we got to go to the graveyard and come back?
You're all right.
true. Just have the
I
meal
want to
at the
talk
grave.
about. I want to talk about these things in Orlando.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir. At
Well,
the Funny Bone.
Get your tickets. Go see a legend. Also, Amy LaCours is awesome. We have her on the show all the time, and Amy's the one that
She's really
Hook us
excited
up.
to be working with you,
Yeah.
man. This is
Yeah.
going to be super fun
And
and
do you guys do stand up?
No, we don't. We're not that talented.
not that talented, sir.
So we're
you
stuck
are
in-
too. You're entertaining now. You should stop by and go up on stage one night. You can do 25 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever.
Tom will do 25. You
I
worked
don't
out a
care.
solid
To
25.
25
I
is an
don't-
eternity.
I don't care. I'm the one taking the check home. You can stay up there as long as you can.
George, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We really appreciate it. Again, you're going to be at the Funny Bone this weekend, so get your tickets. And again, it was a pleasure
Yeah,
talking to you.
we'll see
man.
you soon, George.
I appreciate you. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Okay? I'm in
Oh.
town already.
All
Bye-bye.
right, man. Love
See
you
ya,
too.
dude.
Bye-bye. What a
Man.
good dude.
Um,
How do you have that much?
God.
How do you do that
71.
how do you do that for the 27,000th time
Yeah.
and still put 100% into it with all the jokes and you don't sound bitter or jaded? Because he does really love it.
It's
right?
his personality.
Yeah, he really loves it.
It's it's like
What an authentic gentleman. I might go see that if I can pull it off.
you're always joking. Like that's just who he is. There's some people like wired that way, and it's just like everything. Your brain is all like in.
He would have made a good dad. Just like, you know what I mean? What a fun dad.
Does he have
George-
kids? I should.
we could have asked him
Because
that, but we're bad interviewers.
well, I never. I don't know.
I don't like
bring up
picking into
personal
yeah.
stuff.
Sometimes it's like, do you have a kid? Yeah, he died.
But he'd be an awesome grandpa.
Yeah,
Like,
what
but
a
that'd
good
be a
grandpa.
superstar
cool,
grandpa.
cool, funny black grandpa. He's cool looking too.
I wish he
wears-
was my grandpa.
He wears a backwards Kangol hat. That's cool. That's the coolest hat you can wear.
And he just shows up talking mad ass, making fun of everybody.
Who died in this coffin, mother apple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Just razzing every single person
where
there.
the ice cream at?
yeah.
Oh,
Just
man.
talking
Fun black grandpa's here. This is awesome.
yeah. God, that'd be fun. Imagine
Well,
him.
we get it.
Imagine him at Thanksgiving, just talking ass about it, but just making fun of everybody, the whole family.
roasting
Yeah,
everyone.
roasting everyone. Like I'll just be there so happy the entire time. Like you're just roasting all of your uncles and your mom.
I could tell that my family, I don't get the same
God.
reaction. I could tell that they're like, oh my God, ooh,
Or-
this guy, shut up.
yeah.
Go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure his family. That's not the problem. Like, it's all dependent on your scenario.
We'd have to interview them, right?
Yeah.
We'd have to interview the Wallaces and
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
okay, guys, real talk.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gone. We sent him to Beefy King to get some sandwiches.
Yeah.
You could talk freely now. What do you think about his
Well,
chirping?
they've got it their entire life. You understand what I'm saying? So they're tired of
73
it.
years of it.
yeah,
I've only put
yeah,
in
they're
49.
Like I'm getting a little piece of it, and I'm like, yes. He's doing it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And I think he does go hard too, because
Yeah,
he's done
yeah.
it so long. He may say a few things that hurt your feelings. Talking about your weight or something.
But-
He'll like start slapping your belly around.
But you could tell it has no.
It's in love.
Yeah, it's all for love. which is pretty awesome. And it's God, what an awesome.
Somebody pull a clip of Tom saying "all for love."
I don't know. It could be.
Is that the only time you've ever said "all for love"?
He could hung up the phone. He's like, cracker ass, cracker.
I hope he did.
Honkies.
Yeah, I hope he would.
Yeah,
Like he hangs up and he's like, "White devil mother effers." That'd be great.
Yeah, but you're right. He's done that for tens of thousands of times, these interviews and all stuff, and it still shows up hardcore, puts in max effort. Like, man, I respect that so much. Like, someone who, throughout their career, just puts in effort every time.
He whole asses it.
Yeah.
He never half-asses it.
Yeah. Because why? Because at this point, it's like you've made a commitment to yourself to try your hardest, no matter big, small, whatever. He doesn't know our show. Nobody could be listening to.
Nobody knows our show.
No, but it's literally he could be doing this for no reason, and he still puts in max effort. Like, puts in the same effort he did when he's talking to some radio show in New York.
Talking to Howard Stern. He puts in the same effort.
Yeah.
Which is
that's
pro mentality.
Yes, that is pro mentality.
Yeah, that's like when you have Michael Jordan who puts in the same effort against the Lakers that he does against the worst team in the NBA. He's playing the Grizzlies or somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and he goes full, like, that's why he gets 80 points against the worst team.
Yeah.
A couple of little just topics I wanted to throw out to you. The first one is, are you a Wendy's man? Out of all I know neither of us are really fast food guys anymore. Not that we really were, but
I will tell you, I would prefer a Wendy's over a McDonald's or Burger King hamburger.
Me too. If I have my pick, Maisie likes Five Guys. That's where she likes to get
I
her
don't
burger.
count that as fast food, really.
Okay.
Like, that's new kind of counter service. That's not fast food.
Okay, fair.
Like a drive-through traditional fast food is Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Burger King.
It turns out that
KFC.
Wendy's is planning to close hundreds of U.S. residents over the next few months. And, whenever I see something like this, not that it's like breaking news or not that I really have a connection, but there is a weird part of me, nostalgia-wise, that goes, uh-oh, they're coming to get you, Wendy's. And Wendy's there's a special place of nostalgia in Wendy's to me because it was my father's favorite hamburger, and we became a Wendy's family. It was all based around the Wendy's Super Bar. The bar that had tacos and spaghetti and salad, and, Wendy's was having a time. Wendy's was having a moment in the late 80s, early 90s.
You know what got me with Wendy's when I was in my 20s is that Crystal was a vegetarian, and they had the baked potato. They also had Wendy's chili.
Dude, that chili on a baked potato was really good.
Yes, yeah. The Wendy's chili wasn't bad. Like, it was a decent chili.
Yeah, it still is. They sell it now at any grocery store. You can buy a can of Wendy's chili, which makes me sad.
Maybe that was their downfall, is that they tried to have like a because I would put Wendy's, as far as food quality, one step ahead of McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell.
I agree.
Like, I feel like whatever they did, I would put their quality, even though that could be a lie.
But it slipped.
But
like, something happened. Like, the heyday for me, Wendy's, was when they introduced that spicy chicken sandwich that was truly spicy. Like, it would burn your mouth.
Yes.
That was when I was like, it was that heyday. They had eliminated Super Bar. Some locations still had potatoes. They still had the fries, and it was right before they went to the fresh cut fries.
Okay.
When they went to the fresh cut fries, the fries sort of looked the same, but they had little bits of potato skin on them.
Yeah.
That was their downfall.
Hold on.
That was their
Why
downfall.
was that their downfall?
The fries weren't as good. They should have kept all Biggie branding. When they eliminated Biggie branding, they hurt themselves immensely, even though they should have held fast. I know why they got rid of it. Health companies villainized anything that was called Biggie because we're a whole country of Biggies.
Yeah, it started with old Super Size Me.
Yeah.
And then it's like Super Size, and everybody's like,
I can't say that. And then Biggie was even worse. It was like they had fat ass size, like when you went to get. And my dad loved the goddamn Biggies. He had a yellow Biggie. It was like 48 ounces of Coke. And
because when you order, you're like, give me the Biggie size, and then you feel sad about yourself.
But there was a time when I think that you didn't feel bad bad about yourself
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
like, do you want biggie size? And you're like, biggie size it. And that was fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then they were like, you're like, biggie size it. And they're like, well, do you want regular biggie or biggie? And I was like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
give me biggie. And then you felt bad about yourself. Because biggie was regular biggie. They just tricked you because they put in a smaller biggie. You see what I'm saying?
You're like, I'm Biggie. Maybe it's because they did try to have a step up in quality of food, and now it seems like less people are eating fast food, and the people that are still consuming a lot of fast food don't care about quality. Maybe, and then Wendy's is like, hey, amongst the fast food community, we cared about quality, and that doesn't exist as much anymore because the quality people left fast food. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give you some data. U.S. fast food chains have been struggling to attract lower-income customers in the past few years as inflation has raised prices. President of Wendy's says he expects lower-income consumers to remain pressured for the rest of the year. In the first 9 months of this year, Wendy's said its U.S. same-store totals or sales of locations open at they basically fell by 5% across the board. Wendy's revenue fell 2% to $1.63 billion in the same period, while its net income fell 6% to $138.6 million.
Have you seen the trend of them building a stereotypical fast food box like structure that they seemingly can just turn into any brand of fast food?
That.
Like, I saw them building it on 436.
I hate
there was
that.
like a row of them, and they just turned into like one's like a Chick-fil-A, one's
No, I don't like that.
And it's like, and it looks like they built it in mind that this will change brands, and they could easily flip them.
I mean, it's
You know?
smart.
Yeah.
I mean, it is smart. I mean, like, you know, we all learn from the old, like, look at all the Chinese restaurants that are Pizza Huts now, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of
the
like
building having any sort of features that differentiate themselves are like gone
Taco
now.
Bells don't have anymore.
Yeah.
There used to be a time when a Taco Bell looked like the Alamo, and that was when that's when I felt the most comfortable as an American.
Yeah.
I felt like a patriot then.
Yeah. I'm going to the Alamo.
But it had the bell, dude. It had a Can you buy an original? That's what I'm buying for my garage. I want an original bell from an Alamo-shaped Taco Bell to put in my grandpa garage. Do you think they sell that? The original? Because there used
I'm
to be
sure
a
it
bell.
exists.
You
Yes,
know what I'm
no,
talking
no,
about?
yeah,
It
yeah.
looked like a
The Alamo
a mission.
bell.
It looked like a mission.
Yeah.
And there'd be a bell at the top that you ring
the
when the federales are coming or whatever, right? Like Taco Bell store bell for sale. There's got to be one online.
They're like, these people don't work at the Alamo.
Okay, look, somebody else wants one. This guy is on Reddit. He says, I want to buy that metal bell that hung above the Taco Bell restaurants in the 80s and 90s. There's the bell.
All right, yeah.
How do I get one of these? And then this
by
guy
the
says,
way,
I have one. It's metal, not fiberglass.
it just goes to show you there's no unique thought in the world. That's it. If you've had a thought, search it on the internet, another human has had that thought. And that's scary, I think, because you are not unique whatsoever.
I want somebody to help me find one of these. Anyway, if you're a listener and you can help me find an original Taco Bell bell from the 80s and 90s, I will purchase it.
So what do you do if you're Wendy's and this is like, there's not much you can do, right? Because you're not changing your menu. I don't even know if that, because then now
They already have. I think they streamlined their menu. They took a lot of stuff off.
But by changing, I mean like going in a different direction. Like, I think that's not the best idea. Like, I don't know what you do. Or is this just the ebb and flow of how society's tastes are and what's happening? You know, like fast food has gone up in price. They had to. It's the only way to keep employees. But
it's super expensive now, right?
It is.
It's like $10 for like a very mediocre meal.
It's way more expensive, and and the quality seems to be the same. And so I think it's priced a lot of people out. It's not, the day and age of going to McDonald's and getting 39-cent hamburgers, like in the 90s or so, whatever it is, like, or dollar menu doesn't seem to exist anymore as much.
No. They say that in the article too. They're like the
Wendy's dollar menu got me through college.
Oh yeah. What would you get? Double stack?
Me and the Grizz, this is horrible, but
double stack was what we ate.
When we worked at Home Depot night shift, we on the drive in at 10 o'clock at night because our shift started like at 10:30 or 11, and we used to get 2 Wendy's, like a double stack and like a bacon cheeseburger.
Junior bacon cheeseburger. Dude, we are the same Florida trash people. This is what me and my buddy Will would get.
Every night for lunch, we would eat that at Home Depot the night shift.
Would you get fries or not? I would never do fries.
No, never
I would
fries.
do double sandwiches.
Because it would just be $2 and then the tax or whatever, and that's what we'd eat for lunch every time at Home Depot, and then smoke in the outdoors area.
Yeah, I wasn't smoking yet.
Yeah. I mean, this is on UCF when it was the summer of like 2002.
Unbelievable.
Or maybe was it before? It was before 9/11. So it must have been.
Is the double stack still around?
I don't know.
My dad didn't like the double stack, and I always loved that he didn't like the double stack.
I like the spicy chicken sandwich.
I liked it too, but my dad thought the double stack was a scam. He would only get a Dave single.
Okay, Dave.
He was like, they'll cheat. He's like, they give you 2 patties because they think I'm a effing dumbass. Seriously. He would like, no, I'm getting the one because he's like, I know that's a quarter-pound patty. I don't think he was wrong. I actually think in this case he was actually correct. One more thing I want to gripe about because it made me upset. Did you see that Ridiculousness canceled yesterday?
Yeah.
MTV cancels it after 14 years on the air.
Yeah.
And then Rob Dyrdek puts out a video talking about how, I think the quote was, quote, I was growing out of ridiculousness. And he goes on to say, like, it would be very difficult for me now to stand up there with the flat brim on, be dancing to the clips. And he actually says that.
Yeah.
And he says, you got to go do the next thing, this new thing. I'm doing this new thing. And he takes us kind of into the studio. It's like a behind the scenes video.
Yeah.
And he says, what I'm doing right now and what my passion is now, you guys know, it's all about maximizing your time. Getting the most out of your time.
Yeah.
Maximizing your time, not wasting any time. So if you'll go to this website and get on my wait list, when he said that, get on my wait list, I'm like, you're wasting my time. And I X'd out. I'm so mad at him. Get on my wait list, he says. The guy that wants to maximize my time, I wrote him an Instagram comment. I go, you want me to get on a wait list and you're supposed to be the king of time? Not sold. You're an idiot. I do not like the preachy, weird person he has become. He is not for me right now.
Well, he is a cross between.
It's very pseudo-religious, dude.
Well, it's more motivational speaker.
Kind of gross.
And
kind of gross.
And I appreciate what he's accomplished. And
make me feel better about it because I think he's gross.
No, well, because like what he's saying is true, and I follow him, and
well, then just tell me. Don't get me on a wait list because when you say things like
well, he's got to sell it.
What's a scam though? When you're like, get on my wait list for the thing, but if you're not going to tell me what it is, then you don't have it.
Well, he's got to sell it to you.
It's not
he's
real.
Not gonna give
no,
it
it's
for
not
free.
real. It sounds very scammy. I don't like it.
The problem is with all this, and with Rob Dyrdek, and I'm sure a lot of his principles and what he's gonna, get, what you're gonna get on the wait list for, like it's all true. And it's all probably like smart to do, and he's to tell you how to optimize the amount of time you have, and like any super motivated person, all their advice is true. The problem is they're giving advice to different people.
Right, right. They're like telling a man with no arms, anyone can shoot a basketball.
And that's you could learn how to shoot with your feet, and he's right, but it's way harder.
It's not going to be the same.
And like so, Rob Dyrdek and a lot of these people that are ultra motivated and just like they first there's an addiction side of it. They're addicted to whatever they're doing, right? So I like part of having an addictive personality. I think a lot of successful people, including sports stars and like anybody that's like really successful, has an addictive personality. They just use that energy toward success.
I agree.
And they're like addicted to work or addicted to getting to the next level or doing what it takes and stuff. And so like that's part of that. Not everybody needs that to be successful, but it does help. It's a performance enhancer, right? There's also the part of you, like your personality that's just constantly, like, I guess you're addicted to the grind. You're addicted to Andrea's kind of like this, micro-organizing your time to be most efficient.
It's not something she does out of necessity. It is truly something she does out of enjoyment. I have seen my daughter.
It's how
has
she
it.
operates.
And Maisie has
She's
it.
born this way.
Maisie will sit down at her desk.
She didn't read a Rob Dyrdek book.
No.
And she has built her life this way because
She enjoys it.
she enjoys living like this,
Yeah.
and almost to the point where if it's not organized, like sometimes that it's
could
hard to
throw her
function
off, yeah.
and totally, like impromptu, minute by minute, like there's no plan, it does throw you off. But of course it does. Like high level athletes and super motivated people, a lot of times their schedule is down to the minute per day.
It's
and
like a
that's
map.
And that's what Rob Dyrdek is doing. Like every day he wakes up with purpose and every minute is planned out. And to a lot of people, it's insane because no one lives like that. But to him, it makes perfect sense because it is truly the best way to live your life, technically, but not everybody can do it.
Well, help me with this then, because the chat room's sort of saying sort of something similar to what I'm feeling. Riki on Twitch says, all those super driven people are weird to me. Like, why are you so driven? Is it just money? So weird to me. I feel like they just give off weird energy. And I'm like, well, what is that? Where are the people that are just as obsessed as Rob, but don't come off like that weirdness that he's kind of starting to exude? What is that? That sort of motivational speaker, culty, religious-y type of vibe.
Well,
what is that?
It's the business in it that you don't like. And it's why, like, when you don't like when a company does something just for the money.
Okay, this is making sense.
Because you're like, wait a minute, it's all for the money. So Rob Dyrdek, part of all this is he's a super motivated business guy, and he's always been like this. Even
Sure.
like
That's why ridiculousness was on there for 14 years.
Building businesses, like that's a puzzle to him. He likes to solve. He likes, so he likes incorporating business with his life. So now that he's super driven about like maximizing your time and not wasting it, which the concept is 100% right, and everybody should not waste their time.
Agreed, but somebody should have told him waitlist is the wrong way to go about it. That's very simple. Like, that's a simple joke for me to see and troll you about.
Yeah. So,
like, you should have handled that a different way.
So, but anytime you add the business element to it, because the business element is now him selling this program or some lifestyle or whatever it is to you, just like, what's the big teeth, big mouth?
Tony Robbins.
So Tony Robbins, what he's saying is probably all true. I don't know everything he says, but it's like all the tools and stuff is like pretty spot on to how to be successful, But then when you're selling it, then a lot of time that to you, especially, you're emotional, and then
couldn't you sell it normal though? Like his way of selling it, I'm gonna make you walk on coals. It's weird. It's as weird as waitlist to me. Why not just find a normal way to sell it without looking like a weirdo? Why can't Rob Dyrdek say, I have this way that I can maximize your time and I can sell it to you for this price? Why does it have to be a waitlist? Why does he have to be dressed like he looks like he's some sort of like space guru? Space guru, yeah.
Well, the people that are into this,
you're
not the customer.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is.
So
not for me.
The people that are into this want him to be that because that is successful.
Yeah, they're trained by wait lists.
And so it's like, I want to, I want to get on your list, and I want to network, and I want to, and like I said, it's all positive. It's I guess, positive message to send out there, and I'm sure he's in it for that. I bet he seems like a guy that does enjoy helping people if they can change their life. Like, who doesn't?
The amount of thank yous he went through, though, too, did not come off authentic. But who am I to judge? I'm sure people say that about me.
Well, there's also the element of he grew up skateboarding and in that culture, and now he's an entrepreneur, businessman that talks to other business people that are not as cool as him.
He kind of looks like Kid Rock's smaller, more successful brother.
He also has probably had to work in a environment where he was probably wasn't taken seriously by a lot of other businessmen for a long time.
That may
and
be
there's
the
a
knee
chip on
jerk.
his shoulder.
That may be the knee jerk, that I'm sensing.
Because
Yeah.
like the standard stereotypical rich CEO, white rich guy that he is now in the same boardroom with.
And he's more important than they are.
They're sitting
by
back
a lot.
and look at this guy, flat brim skateboarder. You know, they're looking at the Robin Big, and they're not taking him seriously. And he's probably had a fight to be taken seriously, even though the guy's a entrepreneur, multi-millionaire, 10 times over, and ultra successful. But he's probably in a boardroom of white dudes.
Yeah.
He's not taken seriously.
I guess I just didn't buy it. He does a lot of like, God bless Big Black. I mean, it's an easy thing to say now that he's no longer with us. And it's pretty known that they didn't end well, right?
They didn't, but I've seen some interviews where he talked about that.
Yeah.
And it seemed like Big Black wasn't willing to put in the work that Rob needed him to.
Gotcha.
And so he wanted, he was mad.
He didn't want to go on the wait list.
Well, he was mad that Rob was getting paid more or whatever.
Yeah.
But Rob was like, hey, I'm here at 6 a.m. every morning. I'm doing all this stuff. It's like, you just want to show up. And there's elements of that where all of a sudden you're like, this isn't fair. And you're like, I'm doing way more. I'm doing the work.
I don't know their business. But, the way it reads to me is just, it's icky, but I wish him the best.
He's fine.
Yeah, he'll be more than fine.
And
Playboy wife and a multimillionaire.
He claims he'll live to 122.
Won't happen.
It'd be interesting.
I would be willing to bet a sizable amount of money that it will not happen.
He's got the money and the
Have
motivation. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because if you got enough money with new technology, it seemingly could be possible.
I mean, if he said 105, I'd be like, okay, I'll give you that. 122, nah, dog. Ain't gonna happen.
If you start taking that shot that's slowing down your DNA aging and you start getting into that stuff.
That's nature's wait list. Yeah, you get on that, you'll be on a real wait list.
And you're exercise, eating clean, and you're getting PET scans all the time and all these, so make sure you catch anything that could potentially end your life early.
He's got cancer. What caused it? All the PET scans. Oh!
Hey, there's ways to extend it.
Let's do a couple of voicemails, or maybe just one or two to get
All right.
out of here. Let's check this one right here.
Hey guys, I don't know if you remember this from back in the day, early 2000s, the white van speaker scam. I don't know how much of a scam it was. They're selling you speakers, but
that's back. This is I've had emails about this.
It's back again,
ladies and gentlemen. It's 2025, and the white speaker or the white van speaker scam, as it's called, is back.
it was a thing. Guys would pull up next to you and be, hey, pull over. I got these extra speakers. Here's the invoice. These ones aren't invoiced. You can have them for this price, blah, 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 whatever. Well, I got approached the other day. They're still doing it.
They are.
They must be doing it because it works. But I don't know if you guys ever had that happen. But they're still out there doing it.
Well, first of all, I've told this story on the show multiple times. I bought those speakers when I was going to UCF from a gas station from a white van.
And they were in use until just a couple of years ago,
And
I
then,
feel like.
I used them for years. And
Best
then,
goddamn speakers ever money could buy.
And then Dre used them for years. The brand was Blue Rhino. And why like the propane company. And I remember, we all laughed because we were like, Blue Rhino, they make, electronics too? I thought they make propane. So now...
Do you know that Blue Rhino is a real speaker company?
When I bought them, it was 2001. There was no smartphones. There was no way to look them up on the internet. That's why I'm surprised they're back, because now you could look up everything on the internet and instantly see the market value of it. So it's hard because
there's a whole thread about this on Reddit and how it's back.
Because they were speakers and they worked. So, and I bought them for $110. And they made obviously the people selling them must have bought them for way less than that. But at that time, I remember they're cool party. We used them for parties and stuff. It wasn't a huge, you're not you're buying a box with rocks in it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
Do you know the first time they reported the white van speaker scam? Do you know the first time?
2001?
No, buddy. This goes way back.
Oh,
this has been going on since 81.
Okay, 81.
1981. There's people can check my work. There's a Wikipedia article called the white van speaker scam. The white van speaker scam is a technique that started in the 80s, preferably around 81. Often a con artist will buy inexpensive generic speakers and convince potential buyers that they are premium products worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, offering them for sale at a price that the buyer thinks is heavily discounted, but actually is a heavy markup from their retail actual value.
Okay, so it wasn't that much of a markup when I bought them.
And it does go on to say there are different variations of this scam that have been going on since the 80s.
But by calling it a pure scam is a little bit deceiving, because buying something for cheap and then selling it for more than you bought it for, speaker guys.
You do that with weed.
Well, that's how business works.
Yeah.
When you go to Best Buy, guess what? You're paying a more expensive price than they paid. That's basic business. So I understand the markup may be too high, but I remember telling those guys, I only have $100, and they took it. Now maybe they only made $50 off me, but like I said, when I bought them, I remember. And
did they throw jargon at you? Because
it was the same thing. They're like, we paid this much.
But did they tell you, these speakers do this? Did they give you, because they're claiming on Wikipedia that one of the telltales of this is that the person talking to the mark will go through a series of confusing jargon, sort of bombing you with stuff you don't understand.
They jargon.
Did they jargon you?
Yeah.
Did you feel jargon?
They're like tweeter.
Yeah, we got a 1,000 watt.
Yeah, the big magnet.
We got a 1,000 watt big magnet tweeter on this mid-range booster.
I bought it all.
And you're like,
yeah.
And then you said, I only have $100, and then they're selling, we'll do it.
And then,
did you feel buyer's remorse after you got the speakers? Were they in your mini truck and you just drove over to Dre's house? Do you remember the first time you plugged them in?
No, this is before Dre. This is when I lived with Porno Joe and maybe the Grizz.
What did they think of your purchase? Yeah, $100 is a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. They were like, oh, yeah, speakers.
Yeah, party. The bitches will love this.
And then I remember I hooked them up to my big tube Xena TV, and we played Tony Hawk with the blast of the speakers.
You're like, we're rich.
and then
boys, it never gets better than this.
It was before you could look up scams on the internet, so no one knew it was a scam. They're like, you bought these speakers from some guy in a van? It sounded like a scam. I'm like, yeah, look, they work. And since they worked, it was like, okay, no scam.
Well, if they work, no scam. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
If I open up the box and it was just some like I said, some heavy weights in there and some newspaper, that's a scam to me. But if you buy just some overpriced speakers, that's what you do at the store.
You know what sucks is the white van speaker scam has been going on for so long that there are now articles about how it may not be a scam.
That's what
people are like, you could buy good speakers out of it. And I'm like, well, hold on, then what is it?
Yeah, but so the scam is the spiel of so you get these speakers that are straight up China trash, right? And
they're just not good speakers. They're very low budget speakers,
but they still work.
They're big, low budget speakers.
Yeah, and they weren't actually that bad. It's not like they played a bunch. It sounded
fuzzy.
No, it sounded fine. But maybe they just didn't have all the technology. Whatever though. But essentially they worked fine. And you bought them for.
Is that them right there?
$50. Yeah, they were big as hell.
Yeah.
You bought them for $50, you sold them for double. And then it depends on how the the person you pull up to, how much you can sell them to him is dependent on the person you're talking to, right? So you see
that's just business.
Yeah, you see the person has money, you're like, hey, $200, and then you negotiate down to $150, and then now you've made $100. And that in my case, they only made $50. because I was a poor college kid.
You really didn't get scammed either. I've always made the argument that as long as you
I
use
overpaid.
these, and then no, but I
had nowhere else I could buy these.
But as long as you use them and
was no
Dre
internet.
used them, and then like I don't know when they finally perish.
Yeah. He probably gave them to someone else.
They could be still in operation, which means that they're worth more than $100, right?
Yeah.
I don't have any speakers from when I was a young teen boy that would still work, but you had these for like 20 years.
So it wasn't that much of a scam.
There you go.
You know,
so
like-
if you get approached, look into it. It could be a good deal.
I just don't know how anybody falls for it is in the fact that you could look up the brand and then you could just look at people selling speakers in white van and then just says scam
Yeah.
It seems like you could easily look it up on your phone, but back
Impervious to the deal.
in 2001.
But now, even now, like if I walk out to here in a white van and there's a man walking across the street and I go, hey, I got some unbelievable speakers for an unbelievable price, and he sees them, there's a chance I have it.
Yeah, you're right.
There's always a chance.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.